How'd you like to shop Japan from home? Well, you can with MIB. MIB's like any regular site you order from, except they'll be the in-betweener for your orders, making it easy to browse and shop and taking care of any language barriers. And did you know MIB has a mobile app? There are a lot of good services like MIB out there, but not all of them have an app so intuitive. Or at all. I really like to window shop Japanese stores, and now with MIB I can do it while I poop. Start your own MIB account using the link in this video's description, and you'll get a coupon of roughly $20 American to do some shopping. Thank you MIB for sponsoring our channel, and I hope you all enjoy this video. Growing Godzilla! This was released by Trendmasters in the mid-1990s as part of their Godzilla King of the Monsters toy line, which was their first Godzilla line, and we'll get to it. Growing Godzilla was a small Godzilla that you soak in water for a long time, and it becomes a bigger small Godzilla. You could take it out and dry him off, and he'll be small again. But will it still grow in 2020, 25 years later? Asked nobody, but let's do this anyway. Playtime! Yay! Check it out, I have this 1995 Trendmasters dealer's catalog, and we have to skip all of these cool toy pages and head to impulse buys. Yeah, this is the stuff that nobody ever plans to buy. They just pick it up because you might as well, it's there, like chapstick and bubblegum. These look like Happy Meal toys. They'd actually be less disappointing if they were next to burgers. Look, they don't even give you the information on this page. I gotta turn to page 64 in the back. They refer to this as a growing pod. Soak Godzilla overnight, he grows up to 500%. 500%! Look out, sweater, here comes my nipples! Like the catalog said, there are 3 trays. The one I have is San Francisco. There's also a New York tray and a Tokyo tray. And keep in mind, only the trays and cards are variants. The growing Godzilla itself is the same mold. Let's look at mine. You place Godzilla in water and what, he swims away to take a nap? No, he grows up to 500%. And look at that kid's kung fu grip. Kid looks like a toddler. Wait a minute, what's this qualifier here? By weight? By weight. And it's a sticker. Huh. When you look at the back of the card, they use the real estate as a catalog for the more expensive toys. But you can go down here to how to make your monster grow. Anyway, look, this entire paragraph is a sticker. Now the sticker says you put him in some water, wait 24 hours, and he'll grow up to 3 times his original size. But what is the sticker covering? I have to know. That sticker is glued on tight. I had to pick at this thing for an hour just to reveal this much. But I've uncovered enough to see that, yeah, the original copy says it grows 5 times its original size, not 3 times. So my guess is they printed these claims that the Godzilla grows 500%, then a lawyer or a test group or someone came in late and said, actually, we're seeing smaller growth than that and we'll get sued. So as a quick and cost-effective option, they slapped a sticker on the back that says 300%, and then they slapped a sticker on the front that made the 500% claim a weight qualifier. That's probably more about that than you wanted me to explore, but god damn it, it fascinates me. But let's just do our own test. I expected the Godzilla to be soft and spongy, but it actually feels more like a small toy unto itself. Like you'd get this in one of those supermarket egg machines, like a charm. Alright, looks like this fella is about 2 1/4 inches in height, about 1 1/4 inches in width. By the way, the tray is thin sheet plastic. It doesn't feel like a commemorative metal sheet or anything. As a kid, I probably would have tossed this out. And now, he shall soak in the water. Not much else to say while we wait. Oh, but here's another angle I shot him at. And why waste good B-roll, you know? This is water. Look, not every Godzilla toy on this show is that exciting. It's an impulse buy for crying out loud. Ooh, what happened to my Godzilla? The packaging said I'd notice growth in a few hours. Well, I'm noticing lots of growths all over his body. He's also starting to feel rubbery and very slimy. It's like touching a manta ray. Let's see how he looks now. Oh no, he's crystals! He's crystals now! So he's still bumpy, maybe a little bigger, but Now you'll see he's really starting to curve. The lettering on the back is starting to fade away a little too. He's definitely bigger, but I don't think he's finished growing yet. He's still very curved, and I have to imagine some of these bumps will smooth out. Definitely feel that weight increase, because this material is clearly just absorbing water to expand outward. But as is, roughly 24 hours later, we're at about 4 inches height and a little over 3 inches in width. That's definitely not 500% growth in 24 hours, but let's let this thing continue soaking. Behold! Now this is a Godzilla. You'll see he flattened and smoothed out much better. He looks good. I mean, he's still got that slimy texture. It's not really something you play with. More just as a novelty to look at and be like, ah, cool, a bigger Godzilla. But when all's said and done, now we're at about 4.5 inches in height, 3 3/4 wide. That is impressive growth, but if we're gonna go by height, it's short of 500% or even 300% of its original You know what, who cares? After all these decades, this little novelty still works. So I let this thing dry by itself, and in doing so, it took about a week for it to shrink back down to its package size. Here it is about 4 days in. You're just basically waiting for water to evaporate or seep out of him, I guess, but I would not recommend trying to speed the process by leaving him in the sunlight or blowing him with a hairdryer. I'm under the impression that kind of heat will dramatically shorten the lifespan of this piece. If you have this in your collection and you're keeping it mint on card, but you've been kind of curious if it still works, well, it does. And as for this little guy, I guess I'll just put this guy right here. I don't know.